It's IBC2025. We're in Hall 1 and we're on the Appear booth, and I'm joined by Thomas. Hi Thomas, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Now Thomas, I think it's the first time we've been on your booth at IBC. So for those watching that need a little bit of filling in as to what Appear do, give us a quick overview.
So thank you. So we are one of the real leaders in live production technology. Our strength today is in the what we call the acquisition side of the technology market. So compression and transport for the biggest tier one customers globally. So the biggest broadcasters, the sports leagues, the production companies, and the connectivity providers. So yeah, that's our strength, at least in the market today. And we've grown 35% year on year for the last 4 years, and I think it's fair to say that we are the fastest growing company globally in our part of the market.
Cool. Now you mentioned tier one there. Is that where you exclusively operate?
So it's a really good question. So traditionally we have operated in the tier one. You know, we're known for having, you know, the most resilient, low latency, sort of high quality products in the market. But there has been a very big demand for the long tail of tier two events. Okay. So events that don't have hundreds of cameras basically in slow-mo and replay, but events that have 2, 4, 6, 8 cameras. And they're also asking for the same quality technology, but for that is calibrated to their needs. Okay. So we are launching a product called X5 at this show, which is basically this tier one technology, but packaged in such a way that it meets the needs and the price point of tier two. So we're really excited to get that into the market.
Yeah. So is that enabling those tier two customers to take operations back in-house effectively sometimes?
Definitely. So it really supports remote production, also for the smaller events. So we actually we did a big announcement with World Archery, just a couple of weeks before the show, where they've kind of tapped into our technology to help deliver in-house production and really transform how they do their entire live production value chain. Yeah.
So what do you sort of estimate their typical return on investment will be on something like that?
That's a good question. They won't. I don't think they will. I don't think they will tell me, but it's significant.
Yeah.
It's really transformative, for smaller, let's say operators, smaller leagues, to tap into that, tier one technology, being able to deliver the best picture quality, the lowest latency, and the highest possible operational resilience, that tier ones can typically tap into.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me more about the software-defined workflows that Appear offer then.
Great. So if you look at the signal flow, right, from the stadium, typically to, remote production, that whole value chain has become, obviously centralized, and now it's becoming virtualized. So as part of supporting our customers in a broader live production technology sense, we have now launched a platform called the VX, which is a pure software-based live production workflow engine that will be building applications on for years to come, basically, and be supporting both our tier one customers and our tier two customers.
Okay, cool. Now, I guess the fear for any tier one or tier two customers is the fact that they invest in technology and they're effectively locked in forever. Is that? I'm hoping that's not the case with Appear.
That is true, and thank you for asking that question. So what we hear from the market and from a lot of big customers is that they get locked in by the big, let's say, incumbent vendors. They deliver control systems and workflows where you either have to buy their entire workflow end to end, all the applications, and there's a big universe of applications to deliver live production, or they won't sell it to you basically. And so there's a big I think there's a big surge in there's a big demand from customers for interoperable software and cloud-based production applications. And so we have taken a lead with our CTO Andy Rayner and our CTO, some of our other sort of lead technologists, in standardizing MXL, which is basically media exchange format. So what it enables is for applications to communicate media in compute in the cloud in a standardized way.
Okay.
And that's really going to open up the silos, because then suddenly the customers can choose best of breed applications
Yep.
and build their own workflows, not just with a pair. I mean, we'd be very happy if they choose a pair for everything.
Of course, yeah.
But we also want to allow them to choose other applications that are interoperable with ours in the cloud, running in compute, even if that's their choice. And so we see a lot of the customer universe kind of rooting for and supporting that effort and helping drive it forward, because it's really going to help them optimize their live production workflows and just deliver better technology stack and hopefully better live productions.
Yeah, of course. Now we're on day 3 of IBC here, and you've had a busy stand throughout, I'm sure. What are the main themes or challenges that you're hearing from your customers here on the booth?
I think our industry is, well, we're really heavy into the sports side of the market, and so this industry, from our perspective at least, is driven by the sports rights, which is the ever increasing cost of rights. And so what we see is that in order to monetize that content, the big sports broadcasters, so the companies that make a living of buying rights and then monetizing those rights, they have to increase the production value to fight for consumers. So so I think there's a big trend from these companies to just, how do we create better productions? And part of it is obviously more cameras, more slow-mo, more replay, more everything, better graphics. But that's driving the cost up, right? And so the other big trend is that the same companies are looking for operational efficiency.
Okay.
And that's partly the push to remote production, so centralizing production in one location as an alternative to the model where content is produced at the stadium or the racetracks in OB vans. And there's huge push towards centralizing and then virtualizing the production application just to get the cost efficiency of centralization. And I think the other trend towards operational efficiency is the drive from sort of legacy SCI infrastructure to IP, because then you can rely on more off-the-shelf switches, routers, protocols. And so we see both higher production value and these big companies and the small ones looking for how to optimize costs so that they don't kill themselves in the pursuit of subscribers and customers.
Yeah, of course. It's the age-old thing that people are trying to do more with less, effectively.
Exactly.
And optimizing and the technology is the way to go, obviously.
Yeah. So for us, it's good for our business, right? Because we both deliver technology that increases production value and technology that drives down the operational cost over time. So for us, it's, we're making hay.
Absolutely. And you're already working with tier 2 customers right now. That's all underway. And for people that are at IBC, they can come and see you and the team in Hall 1. If they're not at the show, where can they find out more information?
Well, I can go to our website, pair.net.
Okay.
Or they can come see us at, most of the SVG events, IBC, NAB. We're very active in the market, and we love to engage customers. So.
Cool. I'm sure you've got a very busy 2026 ahead with all the sporting activity going on that year.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Thomas, thank you very much indeed. Do check out appear.net for all the information. Of course, if you're at the show, pop by and see Thomas and the team here in Hall 1. And for everything else that we're doing at IBC, that's at kitplus.com.